Today, I'm going to give you 10 watches, and I want you to guess what you think these watches cost before I give you the actual price, because I think you're going to miss every one of these because these are way less expensive than they look. Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and I've got one stunner after another lined up for you today, and I'm hoping to shock you just a little bit. This is going to be fun. You know the deal. Grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. Before we get started, let's do a really quick wrist check. Today I am wearing the Aura Model 1023, which is black on black. It's comfortable, and if you like a minimalist piece, this is it. The 1023 features a Seiko NH35 automatic movement encased in a brushed and polished steel, complemented by a circular brushed stainless steel dial, and if you like it, this one can be yours. We're having a giveaway for this one, and if you want to be entered, just make sure you are subscribed and simply say, "Hey dude," in the comment section. All right, no rankings today. We've got 10 affordable stunners that you didn't know were affordable. All right, here we go. Let's start right here because this one sets the tone. This is the Timex Marlin, and check out that beautiful green sunburst dial. The way it shifts in different lighting, the vintage proportions, and without question, this one looks like something you'd expect to be $400 to $500. And that's what makes this watch so much fun. Timex quietly reminded everyone they can still do classic designs really, really well. The color here is just unbelievably sharp. You get an acrylic crystal, a Miyota automatic movement in 316L stainless steel. The neat thing about this one, it's simple, and it's not trying too hard, it just looks good. The specs aren't flashy, this is all about aesthetics. So what do you think of this one? You can find it for less than $200. Now you Seiko fans will like this. What do you think of the Seiko SNK P23 Recraft? This feels like you inherited it. It has that classic vintage style that just works. The color combinations, the day, date layout, the slightly retro case shape, it feels like something straight out of the 70s, and for me, that's my favorite time period of watches. This piece carries that same energy. Again, it's not meant to be flashy. It's not a modern minimalist feel. This one is confident, holds that vintage vibe, and it's very charismatic. This is one of those watches that people don't immediately know what it is, but they know it looks good. Now, there is one caveat to keep in mind. The bracelet is very Seiko, which means you might want to switch it out. However, this is a lot of watch for just over $200. Now, here's where we start getting into that wait a second territory, because the moment you can see the dial, people assume expensive. There's just something about an open heart dial that signals complexity, craftsmanship, and detail, and this one leans into that hard. You get Roman numerals, a gorgeous ivory dial tone, and there's real balance on this dial. It looks like something you'd see in a jewelry store display under the lights and wish you had the money to get. But here's the thing, it holds up. This watch looks great, but it's built citizen tough. You get a beautiful leather strap, and this watch is legit automatic. Sapphire crystal, a see-through caseback stainless steel, and that Citizens logo right there under the 12. Now, keep in mind, it leans hard towards dressy, but that's exactly why it works here on this list. If you're wondering what it cost, how about $173? And now we move on to our second open heart watch of today's list. This is the Orient Envoy. Orient did a really good job here. You get a domed crystal, a more classical layout with the dial structure. This feels like a more traditional dress watch with an aesthetic that makes you feel it's way more costly than it is. I believe this one has a little more presence than the Citizen as well. And again, some people would assume it's incredibly expensive. You can find this one for around $250. Now, keep in mind, this one sits a little larger on your wrist because it measures in at 43 millimeters in case diameter. But what a watch this one is. All right, let's flip the script because this is not a dress watch. This is a bold compressor style case with an internal bezel. You get an incredibly strong wrist presence. This is the kind of watch that people notice from across the table. This guy has personality, and it really packs that humph every collector needs in their collection. And honestly, getting noticed is partly what makes this guy feel so expensive. It's doing something different, and you can feel that when you hold it. This one is not built for you minimalists for sure. It's built to scream a statement. It's a lot of watch for $179. There you go, guys. 5 down, 5 more to go. I'll bet you'll think the next 5 are better than the first. Now we're stepping up into serious watch territory. When you spend time with this piece, it's really where things start to feel like I gotta have it, because this watch feels like a $700 to $800 stunning dive watch. This is the Borealis Portakova, and the finishing on this case, the crispness of the bezel, the overall execution, it makes you start to question, what am I actually paying for with similar watches that cost way more than the $350 you need for this piece. Borealis has it priced at $415 on their official website, but the Borealis team is giving you 15% off your first order. If someone guessed the price on this one, I refuse to believe that you got it right. Now, keep in mind they're in stock right now, but they do move quickly. If you're into watch collecting, you know this next one. This is the Dan Henry 1964, and this is a great piece. I say that because vintage chronographs are very expensive, but not here. This one gives you a sweet look, that panda dial, the racing inspiration, the clean layout, without any of the headaches. You can get it either 36 or 38 millimeters. You can choose the colorways, even the bracelet it comes on. No hunting for that perfect piece, no inflated pricing, and no uncertainty. But you can count on two things, the look and the feel. The 1964 Gran Turismo gives you AR-coated sapphire, stainless steel, and a Seiko movement. And the operations of the pushers is fantastic. You can find this one right at $300. All right, now let's talk about an interesting piece. I featured this one on the channel a couple of months ago, and the reception from you guys was just incredible. This is the Aethelson Horizon Voyager GMT. I've noticed in most cases, the moment you add a GMT complication into your list, most people assume expensive. And oftentimes they would be right, but not today. You get dual time zones, a very nice travel-ready functionality, and to look at it, you feel an immediate sense of a more serious piece. And this one executes that really clean. It looks like something you'd take on a trip, something you'd rely on, and it's something you could wear every day. This is really a cool piece for $245. You have to take Aethelson seriously. Now, this one is a completely different kind of experience. It's not flashy. It's not trying to grab attention from across the room. It's quiet. It's confident. This is the Pyros Boardroom 2. This guy has a clean dial, refined hands, polished case, and it looks like something you'd wear into a meeting and nobody would question it. It just fits. And that's really what makes this one feel expensive, because watches like this usually live in a much higher price bracket. You've got an automatic movement here, sapphire crystal, so the specs are there, but honestly, that's not even the point. The point is how it presents. This is one of those watches, if you cover the logo, people would assume it's way more expensive than it is. You can pick this one up for around $225, and it is awesome. Okay, our last watch on today's list. This is a brand that doesn't get the attention it deserves. This is the Thorn T026. This is one of those watches that just make you stop. I mean, you get a PT 5000 movement, clean execution, and strong finishing. You can pick this one up for around $169, which is incredible. This feels like a watch that slipped through the cracks, to be honest with you. This is another one of those watches, if it had a different name, the price would be much higher. Then we'd be having a whole different conversation. This is one of those watches that quietly competes with pieces 2 and 3 times the price, and that's what makes this one dangerous. I can't emphasize enough, the brand isn't doing the heavy lifting here, this watch is. Here's the reality of this list. You don't need to spend $500, $600, $700 to look like you spent $500, $600, $700. This is a complete list with watches that look way more expensive than they actually are. Well, there you go. 10 affordable stunners you didn't know were affordable. We put links in the description just in case you want to go there, check them out, see if they're right for you. Just remember, if you decide to make a purchase, My Dude Watch may get a small commission, but you don't pay more. Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It'll only take you a second, but it really does help. We check the time, and it is time to wrap it up, so we will close the show. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch. We'll do it all again next time, but wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.